Hello there, PolishLynx here, and this is Frosty keys. We gonna get other endings, and the easiest way, maybe not the easiest, but the fastest way to get another one is go here. And while we are outside with Liana on the screen, and also Alisa. However, Alisa headed back to the building, and before we stayed and launched the fireworks, so basically we spent the new year with Liana. This time we'll go get warm. If you want to freeze over, that's your choice. I'm out of here. Alisa cast a glance on me and headed back to the apartment. Heh, wait for me. Yeah, run away, cowards! She kept shouting something at us, but the heavy thud of the massive front door drowned her monologue. She's so naughty. Alisa was standing near the radiator, rubbing her frozen hands. Well, it's Liana, I know. She's just walking spark black. It won't help her to be less naughty, will it? No argument here. Silence hung in the air. So, how are you? And stuff. I haven't really had a word with you. In fact, I knew practically nothing about her. Why? She's the best of all. Why you know nothing? Why? Have you become some kind of an investigator? Nah, it's just I can ask you about that, can't I? Well, you already know where I live. I also attend classes. You do? Where? Why do you care? I really didn't care that much, as I had started a conversation just to kill the time. Alisa checked her pockets for some reason. I'll go back to Lena. I forgot my phone there. Do you really need it now? You can get it later. And what if Xenia rings up? Well, let's go together then. I wanted neither to be left alone nor to freeze over outside, but up there, with a bit of luck, I could even get some snack. My gut was rumbling in the anticipation of a feast, as I had decided to have no food back at home. Let's go then! She pushed a moody call button and we heard humming sound coming from the elevator shaft. Maybe we should climb up the stairs. Alisa snorted and waved her hand in an inviting gesture. Whoa, now make this on you, on your two. Well, ow. Come back, thank you. Well, go ahead, I've had my fun climbing up with the bags, thank you. Next moment the elevator doors slid open, letting a couple of people out. The elevator was pretty old, according to the graffiti like, Vasio was here 1967. I was about to step inside when I felt something was odd in there, so I couldn't bring myself to make another move. What's this all about? We've already used that elevator before. What's the hold? I was just thinking. Having put aside the blur signs of the unconscious, I entered the elevator and pushed the button. The doors closed in front of us, and the elevator started its soft movement. For a while we didn't drop a word, and some odd rattling and ticking of the elevation mechanism was the only thing to break the silence that hung in the tiny, barely illuminated elevator cabin. Suddenly, the light flickered once and again, for the last time before it went off. But the biggest problem was that the elevator got stuck as well. Well, crap. He had a feeling about that. The cabin shook, making Alisa lose her balance. She nearly fell over me, but I managed to put my arms around her and supported her as my back hit the wall. Are you okay? Yeah, you can let me go now. Why? I could tell by her voice that she was quite embarrassed. I released her and took my cell phone out of the pocket. The light from the screen revealed a frightened girl's face. What was that? The elevator is stuck. I immediately dialed Slavia. She must have got the phone with her, as she was the person Uliana had called to. No answer. I dialed her about 5 or 6 times, but she never answered. Alisa looked as if she had become smaller. She turned pale and flattened herself against the corner, staring aimlessly and barely moving her lips. Actually, I think it was quite similar when we were with her underground. Searching for electronic No, not electronic, the other one. I don't remember his name. Well, but searching for one of the guys. Got anything? Her eyes were full of hope. Nothing at all. My teeth grated irritably as I put my cell phone back in the jeans pocket. So what do we do now? My legs had gone numb, so I tried to relax them somehow. Well, what can we possibly do? Perhaps the guards will notice our absence, but we've got to wait until then. Alisa grew even paler. I think she's red at all. Completely red, actually. No way I'm going to stay locked in this box! She started thrashing the doors of the elevator, screaming loudly. Hey! Somebody! Anybody! Help! We've got stuck in the elevator! Only the echo answered her call. It's futile. You'd better try getting through with your cell phone instead of just sitting here doing nothing. Are you even thinking of doing something? I didn't plan to spend the year in here. You haven't even tried to push the buttons, have you? But I've pushed them already. I poked the lovely panel one more time just to prove her wrong. You see now. Keep on calling then! She went on to thrash the doors even harder. Having sighed, I picked up the cell phone again and dialed the good old number for the 100th time, though the result was the same as before. Perhaps I should send her a message. Hope she'll read it. Alisa and I got stuck in the elevator. Slavia, call somebody. Your message has been sent. I guess that ought to do the trick. Alisa tried calling for help for a while, but without any success. Eventually she gave out a sigh of weariness and sat back in her corner. So? Still nothing. Great. Her once ardent eyes were full of despair. What's the time? My cell phone battery nearly ran out of juice, so looked at the barely visible face of the wristwatch instead. It's 11 o'clock. Alisa nodded and just went on gazing into space. Sometimes I just like to watch her behavior. About a minute ago she was ready to tear those dang elevator doors apart with her bare hands, but there she were, steaming slowly as if she had already resigned herself to fate. Apart from our breaths, there was no other source of heat. In contrast, there were too many ways the cold air could come through. I'm freezing. She moved her frozen shoulders. It's getting a little bit awkward. I didn't really feel either cold or warm, so without a moment's hesitation I took off my coat and tried to cover Alisa with it. But she just replied, What about you? It's alright. It really wasn't, but I couldn't stand watching Alisa freeze to death. I'll just start jumping till I get my juices flowing, that's all. It seemed as if my artificial, encouraging smile had worked out. Just to try that! If we fall down, I'll kill you! I'm alright, seriously. Just stay the coat. Well, sit down then. She moved as much as it was possible, giving me some space near her. As soon as I had somehow forced myself in the corner, Alisa covered up ass with my coat. It's much better now. I just don't want you to freeze because of me, that's all. Since Alisa and I got under the same roof, it was only getting warmer. How long are we going to be stuck here, do you think? Truly speaking, I was a bit scared when the lights went off and Slavia didn't answer my call. I think I've seen a Hollywood horror film that starts the same way. I have no clue, but let's hope for the best. Hopefully it won't end as the horror. However, I don't know how that horror ends. To hell with such thoughts. Well, I'm sorry for shouting at you and everything. It's okay. But I mean it, I'm sorry for losing my temper. It's alright. I let out a sigh. And what's the time now? I cast a glance over the wristwatch and told her, It's 11:30. New Year spent in the elevator. Who'd have thought it? Hey, I spent my New Year once in a hospital, so... You know, choose one or two from the two and I guess the elevator is a bit better. I wonder what the others are doing right now. What do you mean? Well, Slavia doesn't pick her phone. Nobody will be looking for us. Hush. What is it now? She just hissed at me. Then I managed to hear someone thumping up the stairs in the distance. Come on, get up! She literally jumped up the elevator doors. Hey! Hey, help! We're stuck in the elevator! Yeah, call somebody! An impish and familiar voice answered us. And I thought why the elevator wasn't coming, so now you have to rush the stairs just because you found nothing better to do than to get yourself stuck in there, huh? Bite your tongue and call somebody already! What's in the face? Alright! The sound of footsteps passed us and headed up the stairs. That's a huge load off my mind. Now, when the girls know where we are, they will surely find a way to get us out. It looked as if Alisa had similar some thoughts. Her eyes were sparkling again as they used to, and even her moves suggested that she regained self-confidence. Semyon, hooray! Yeah. I was glad, but also couldn't help feeling a bit sad about it, because I knew that everything would be over soon. We will turn to the girls and then celebrate this out. And after that, we will just go our separate ways, merging in the everydayness of this huge megalopolis. And only sometimes we will remember this day and think of it as an unhoped for experience, nothing more. You aren't too happy about it, are you? Oh, your colors are back to normal, actually. That's true. Her eyes are awesome also, don't you think? By the way, her smile faded. I could tell that she knew what was happening in my head. Why not? Anyways, I somehow managed to live on my own till now, and it's not like I won't be able to hang out with her again. Screw this, here goes nothing! Hey Alisa, will you have some free time this week? Oh, maybe? Why? She was genuinely astonished. Well, I don't know, perhaps you can call it on me someday. I just couldn't make up any coherent reason. Will you tell me why? She's red again! Listen, just come by sometime, okay? Okay? Such turn of events startled me a bit. Alisa had agreed without an argument, hadn't she? I would hold you to that, and well, thanks for the coat, I suppose. She looked so pretty when she blushed that I couldn't resist a sudden urge to hug her softly around the shoulders. Hey, what are you doing? For Alisa wasn't trying to resist. Damn, what am I even? Sorry. I took off my hands from shoulders, but suddenly she put her arms around me. Farewell! I could feel her heartbeat even through the coat. Her cheeks literally turned as red as her bright hair. Something warm and soft touched my cheek. Happy New Year! I heard her whispering in my ear. Then something started lacking, and the next moment the lights were on again. The elevator came back to life, too, and started its quiet movement, regaining its normal speed. Eventually Alisa released me and looked into my eyes. Just you tried to forget you invited me! And so I could see that her usual arrogant and scornful mask was back, for I was too well aware of what hides behind it. And what if I do try to forget it? Then I would forget to come too! She threw at me jokingly. The next moment the elevator door slid open, a blinding light of a luminous lamp made us narrow our eyes. And then there was that impish voice again. So, how's the ride? Quite good. The eyes eventually adapted to the bright light, and I was able to see Uliana's malicious smile. Come on, everyone is waiting just for you! Having uttered her invitation, Uliana disappeared in the doorway. She left the door ajar, so we were able to hear usual holiday greetings, clinking of glasses and quiet laughter. We exchanged looks and laughed quietly. We are both satisfied with our today's celebration. So, shall we go then? Do we have to? She frowned. Haven't you thought they would be gossiping about us? Have it bothered you before? Yeah, believe it or not. Alright, let's go. Frosty Kiss with Alisa. Alright. Happy New Year again! Late Happy New Year. So, we've got 2 roads completed. Two roads completed. We probably have... Alright, we have probably 3 more, but maybe there is a hidden one as well, so maybe 4. We'll see. In the next episode, another road. So basically, what we're gonna do is to change that road. We are not going to go with fireworks downstairs, but we'll throw them down from the window. But that will happen in the next episode. So see you then. Bye.